20. Green 80. Hey, watch 12, watch 12. Right, we set.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They come out here in the eye. They try again with Lewis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Good stop, baby. Good stop.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
They run. This is Lewis. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Break. 3. Hey, watch 28.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They stay on the ground with White. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
That's what I do.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hey. 4 down.
They come out here in the eye. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Finding time. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 4 down. 29's the mic. Kill.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The wideout, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Double tight. Hey. We got 3.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
39.
Wentz now to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now let's go. 3-19.
He'll run it here with Blunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
I'm coming.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Again, it's Lewis. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, move 20.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
They slot Gronkowski outright.
Hey, watch.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Even. 4 down. Even. White 20. White 20.
Now Lewis. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
4 down. Move 20. White 20. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here's Brady to throw. Surveying the field. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. In the completion, nice throw, nice catch, but Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to survey the field and find an open man.
Hey. 4 down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he stopped immediately there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Malcolm Mitchell from 6 yards away. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means